Well, good morning folks, and welcome to this episode of Mountains Peak. We're back again. I'm flying solo today, which is a wee change from the norm lately, certainly. And we're here in Beinn Bhuidhe. That's Loch Fyne just behind me there. And we're going to be tackling Beinn Bhuidhe. So always enjoy the video folks. Stay tuned. Well, good morning folks again. Yep, we're here in Beinn Bhuidhe. We're going to give Beinn Bhuidhe a go today. I think that's how we pronounce it, Beinn Bhuidhe. My Gaelic, you know me and my Gaelic. It looks like Bhuidhe, but I think it's Bhuidhe. So yeah, we're going to give it a go today. Bike and hike. We've got about a 3 or 4 mile bike along a forestry track to the bottom of the ascent, and then we're going to go for it from there. We'll see how we go. Yeah, the area is stunning. Hopefully we get some good footage this morning. The weather holds for us. So yeah. Flying solo today. Brad's working. Sorry, Brad. And yeah, I'm going to try and enjoy it. A bit of a solo one today, which will be good. Back to it again. Get the old legs warmed up. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. So I hope you enjoy the video, guys. And yeah, feel free to like and subscribe, hit the little bell, get the alerts when the new videos get posted. And yeah, just leave a comment if there's things you like, things you don't like. Let us know what you think. Always happy to chat. So enjoy the video, and I'll speak to you a bit further on. Right folks, as you can see from the sign, it's asking you to leave all bikes here. There's an old kind of pipe or something I've kind of used as a makeshift bike rack. That's just over 6 kilometres, 6.2 kilometres to this deer fence. To be honest, up till about 4 kilometres, 4.5 kilometres, the track's really good. It's like a gravel road, so you could use pretty much all manner of bike onto that, but the last couple of kilometres was kind of rougher, pebbly terrain. You might struggle more on a hybrid or a gravel bike. I'm sure you would manage for 2 kilometres, but it could damage your bike possibly. Hardtail's probably the best option, but use what you've got, go for it. I wouldn't like to walk at 6k. What are you talking about? That's going to take you what, about an hour? And then the same on the way back. 2 hours just before you even get to the mountain. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, bring a bike, that's the way to do it. So, yeah. Some views, the glen's absolutely stunning. Hopefully you've seen on the drone footage there that the glen's just unbelievable, so close as well. So we're going to walk around here and kind of skirt round to the left to get into like a gully, and then we're going to start our ascent from there. I'll talk to you about there again, but yeah, hopefully it shouldn't be too far to there. I'm really looking forward to doing this one for a wee while. I've tried a couple of times, but weather got in the way and stuff like that. Not actually tried the hill, tried to get out to it, but weather just wasn't playing ball. And as it's one of the Arikara Alps, it's one of them I'm keen to do. It's not that popular as far as I believe. There's not many people do this one, early on anyway. even though it's only just over an hour from Glasgow. So not sure why. Apparently the views up the top are absolutely stunning, looking west towards islands and stuff, so hopefully we get the views today, it's not too hazy in the heat. So I'm going to get my gear sorted for walking. We'll walk a wee bit further on and we'll see how we go. You might notice, I'm dreading this one, my wedding ring's not here. I've still to look in my bag. I took my gloves off to do the drone footage. I'm thinking it's came off hopefully inside my glove in my bag. Hopefully not spilled out onto the ground. I would have heard it hopefully. So I'm going to have a wee check for that just now, but hopefully I find it and I don't have to have an awkward conversation with my wife when I get home. So, nothing much we can do about it now. I'll see if we can find it. Anyway, forget that. We're going to crack on anyway, through this deer fence, and I'll speak to you a bit further on. Okay folks, just going to get a wee breather here. I've just walked about 20 metres past the last deer fence there, just before we go up the hill, up the gully. Just going to get a wee breather here, enjoy the view, stunning. There's a wee wooden bridge there, it's pretty, and some rocks. I think this was an old Cheelings or something like that, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, nice wee place to sit though, enjoy the view, enjoy the sun. So yeah, no joy with the wedding ring so far anyway, so I've got a rough idea of where I took my gloves off, so I'll check that on the way back. Hopefully it's there. If not, I mean I could be wrong, I might have forgotten to put it on this morning, but I don't normally. So fingers crossed it's still there. We'll see. I haven't had a phone signal to call my wife to ask her if it's still in the house, so maybe further up. So far though, that walk's pretty good. You probably could bike that, but it did say on the sign to leave the bike there, so I didn't really want to push my luck a little bit. I'd rather stick to the rules. Keeps me right as well. Yeah, you could easily have biked that on a mountain bike or a hardtail or something, you know. So that's a good, what's that? Yeah, 1.5, 1 3/4 kilometres walk from the first deer fence where we left the bike. Then we're going to start making our way up the gully. It's just over there. So yeah, I'm going to get a wee breather just now and a wee snack and enjoy the view. Okay folks, where are we? We are at 353 metres, just about 3k in of the walk, which I think that means about 1.5k of the climb. You'll notice that I've got my jacket back on, or my lightweight hoodie. I'm not mad, it's 24 degrees, it's very warm, and my t-shirt's very sweaty, but I've already had to take 5 ticks off my arm. Between ticks and these things that look like flying ticks, I'll just take my glasses off. A couple of them get a good hold. You can't get away from it because of the plant life, and the foliage is all enclosing the path. Your arms are just catching it, and they're obviously just jumping on. Midges as well, hands were covered in them. So insects, lots. It's probably the time of year, because I mean, this is like the first half of September and it's 24 degrees, so it's warm for this time of year. I've had a couple of rains recently as well, which is kind of, I don't know, after a rain you usually get a lot of bugs coming out, don't you? But yeah, it's not great. So I've had to put this on, zip it up. Hopefully it'll keep them off me for the meantime anyway. Hopefully when I get up to the top I can take this back off, because it'll be really warm. So yeah, the terrain so far, you see I stopped at a wee pool there. That was a nice wee refreshing splash of the face. The terrain so far has been actually okay, not great though. The path is quite eroded, it's quite rocky and tumbly. The issue comes with the plants and the foliage again, where it encloses over, so you can't actually see where your feet are going quite a lot of the time, so you're kind of just going on trust a little bit. So it's not 100%, you know, it's just something to look out for. I imagine through the winter the foliage will kind of pull back a bit and the plants will pull back a bit, and you'll be able to see a wee bit more. But it's quite a clear path so far. I think I'm going to try coming down the other side of the gorge, because the sun should have dried off the grass by then. As far as I'm aware, it's a grassy path, or just grass, and I don't want to go up that when it's all sliding wet from the morning dew, so I'll come down that way. Hopefully it's dried off in the sun. I'll spin you round. I'm just about to attempt what I believe is the tricky scramble. I think there's a bypass up the grassy slope. So what I'll do is I'll put you in my backpack, and hopefully you get a decent enough view of how it is. From here it doesn't look too bad. I'm assuming this is a tricky scramble. This might just be part of the path and I'm assuming it's a scramble, but we'll see how we go. But yeah, so far I don't want to say I'm struggling. I'm not struggling, it's just it's hot, I'm sweaty. It's taking longer than I expected to do this section. I expected this to go fairly quickly, but I don't know, maybe that's why. So we'll just see how it goes. Okay so far. Yeah, well, that's warm. What date is it today? I don't even know. I don't even know what date it is. Hold on, I'll check the date. We are on the 8th of September. That's 8th of September and it's 24 degrees. It's nuts. Right, we'll get cracking up this scramble. Hopefully you can see okay. I'll tighten you up. You're not getting a lens full of my double chin. Right, here we go. Try and tuck this drink tube away so you don't swing in front of you. What I have noticed is there's a couple of muddy bits where your boots get kind of muddied up, and then it's asking you to climb on rock with muddy boots. Not a big deal, like, but if you can, clean your boots before you do it. Is that it? I don't know if you can see that. Try to do an auto exposure here. Not sure if you can see that okay. I don't know, was that it? It's not really, it wasn't really that difficult. Who knows? Who knows? Very short scramble if it is that. It's only what, maybe 10 feet high if that, so. Right, we'll keep going. We'll keep going for the minute. Okay folks, yeah, steep ascent that. I've came to this kind of junction here where I'm crossing what looks to be like an access track. It seems to wind its way down the side of the mountain there. I'm actually thinking on the descent I'm going to take that. I've used up quite a lot of time filming drones and things like that, and I'm thinking I've kind of got the experience coming up.
I'm thinking the quick way down might be better, even if I have to walk a couple of kilometres once I get down to the main track to go back and get the bike. I think that will still be quicker. I'll assess it when I come back, like, but I'm thinking that's the route I'm going to take down anyway. There is a second route. We call that one the third. First being the way up. Second route's down the gorge back on the left, on the north side of the gorge, which is unpathed grass descent, but apparently it's pretty good. But I don't think it'll be as quick as this. So I'm thinking that's the route to go. I think the track actually meets, it doesn't go all the way back to the beginning of the walk. I think it actually meets that track halfway along, which, as I'd explained to you, there's about, what, 6k of a bike in. I think there's about 2.5k of a walk back to get the bike after I get off the track. Don't know. We'll give it a wee look to see. I'm still getting eaten. I've changed. I've got my washings hung out to dry. I've changed back into my t-shirt, and now that we're out the kind of bracken. So we'll head up here. I think it's quite rocky and steep again, so we'll see how we go from there. But so far so good. I'll keep touching my mic, you're going to be getting deafened. So far so good. It's been a nice day so far. Right, I'll get cracking on. I'll see you up top. Right folks, hopefully I'm in frame okay. Beinn Bhuidhe done. That's number 32 for me, I think. Chalking them up now, like. I'm not going to lie. That was hard. I'm not sure if I'm just tired. I've done quite a lot of hiking in that the past week or so. Down in the lakes, you may have seen on my Facebook page, I think we did 6 or 7 Wainwrights. It was a bit of a slog as well, so I'm not sure if I'm still tired from that. I was out at the pub last night. I only had 3 pints. Oh wow, I'll quickly turn you around. I don't know if you can see that in the distance. That is... Holy moly. Is that a Hercules? Wow. Please pick that up. Oh man, that's unbelievable. Right through the glen. Outstanding. I wonder where he's come from and I wonder where he's going. Sorry for the slight overexcitement. that was impressive. It's not often you get to see that. I think I've seen that once before on the hills, and that was in Yorkshire. Where was I? Yeah, that was hard coming up. The cycle great, coming in, and then when you go through that second deer fence and you hook a left, that's hard going. Yeah, definitely hard going. It's quite steep, quite relentless. It's pretty much a solid climb. There's not much relief of like plateaus or anything. There's one section, it's maybe 300-400 metres long, just before you do the last steep climb up onto the ridge side. But other than that, you're pretty much gaining all your height constantly. Very similar to Beinn Bhuidhe once you start the ascent off the main forestry track there. Very similar to Beinn Bhuidhe in fact. It's a good track, yeah, it's definitely a good track. The bugs are mental, I'm still getting eaten, they're flying about everywhere. I have had to try and keep my long sleeve top on even though it's so hot, try and keep them off me. Another thing to note is I've got a 4G signal but only on the summit. I didn't have it at any point from the car park all the way up. And I usually get quite a good signal regardless of where I am, but it's only been on the summit. I must be picking up a mast over in Dalmally or Oban or something like that. That's Beinn Bhuidhe to the kind of northwest of me there, over there, which is, I need to get back and do that one. So yeah, it's been pretty good so far. So I'm going to park it and get some lunch because my legs are tired, they're burnt out. I need to get some sugar and some fuel into me, but I hope you've enjoyed this. Back to the solo hiking again. I've enjoyed it. The views are outstanding. Yeah, just mountains everywhere. So I'll get some lunch, hopefully get some more drone footage if it's not too windy. And I'll speak to you in a wee bit. I'll probably speak to you back down at that access road, the one I'm going to take, the quicker route down. I managed to phone my wife and tell her there's a wee change in route, just in case anything goes wrong. If I go AWOL or anything, she knows I'm not on the previously stated path. So, right, I'll shoot this now. I've waffled on long enough, and I'll speak to you down at that track. Speak to you then. Okay folks, right, found the road on the map, so I think I'm quite confident taking that road down. It will involve a slight backtrack to get the bike, but I still think that's going to be the quickest route down. Not overly keen on going back down the way we came up, purely because I got eaten alive. And I always like to mix it up a wee bit, and I don't necessarily like doing an up and down. I'd rather do a loop. I could have done the grass descent on the other side of the gorge, which I was very tempted to do actually just up there, because I think that might still be quite quick coming down. However, I'm being lazy. I'm going to take the easy road, literally take the easy road down, and we'll see how we go. So I met an older gentleman on the summit, lovely man, who's now on his second round of Munros. He's only got 30 odd to do of his second round. That's crazy. I'm only in 32 of my first round, you know, it's nuts. So well done him, absolutely outstanding achievement, proper life achievement that. So yeah, that was nice. So I had a good walk down. It's not taking me long to get down, it's only taking me about 30-40 minutes to get to the road here, and I'm hoping it'll take no more than an hour and a half to get right down to the bike. Fingers crossed. So we'll get cracking, I'll up the speed, see what happens. The heat's on, like, definitely. It's roasting, I'm still sweating like mad. Which I think is actually helping keep the bugs from biting me too hard, because they're just slipping off me. So, yeah. I did wear the trousers. I'm still glad I wore the trousers purely because, yeah, my legs have been covered in ticks. Going through all that foliage. Is a bee now or a wasp? Yep, there you go. Yeah, I'm going to get cracking because these guys seem to like me for some reason, I don't know why. All the bugs are liking me today. So we'll crack on, and what I'll do is I'll bring you out for a couple of wee walk-bys and stuff because there's a fork in the road and I think we need to keep left. So I'll see you there. So, guess what I'm doing? I only brought 1.5 litres of water with me today because I didn't think I was going to need much more, if I'm honest. But I do. So I'm glad I brought my water filter. So I've got a wee stream here, it just crosses the path, so I'm just getting it before it crosses the path. I'm sweating into my eyes. Yeah, so the reason I'm needing so much water is because I'm sweating so much. I'm just a sweaty guy, I suppose. But it's always important, I think, to make sure you've got enough water. I can't really get this in far enough. We'll try again. There we go. Right. Just need to do half at a time. So yeah, bring enough water with you, or at least have the facility to get yourself some more water and know where water sources are. There's another reservoir further up, but to be honest, this stream's alright, this will do. It's getting filtered anyway. Trying worse. Yeah, it's amazing how quick you go through the water there. Okay folks, that's me down. As you can tell, I look like I've been swimming. I haven't. That sun is searing hot. Very, very hot. I'm not actually sure what temperature it is. It was 24 earlier on, feels hotter. There's no wind at all. And coming down that track, you're in the sun the whole time, there's no shade. At least if I'd come down in the gorge there'd have been some shade, I suppose. Anyway, so the track on the way down, yeah, it's a decent track. All I will say is there's a lot of steep sections, very steep on the descent, so if you've got ill-fitting boots you're going to know all about it by the time you get to the bottom. Mine are actually not too bad. They were just starting to, I was just starting to bash the toe just at the very end there, but that's taken me about an hour. Let me see, hold on, hour and a half, hour and 45 maybe, to get from where I took the road to here. I reckon I've got another half an hour walk to the bike, if that, and then hopefully another 20 minutes bike out. So I'm going to get cracking, I'm going to really get cracking. Time's wearing on, it's coming up for 3 o'clock now, so I'm going to be done by now, but just filming I suppose takes up time, that's what it is. Yeah, so I'm glad I got extra water. I'm going to drink a load on the way here, so right, I'll get a wee catch up at the bike. Away we go. Right folks, we're back at the deer gate. The bike's still there. Thank you so much for that. Wow, can you imagine getting here and it wasn't there? Goodness me, I think I'd probably fall down and cry. So from coming off of that access road, that's been about 2.5 k. It's a hot walk in, it's a long walk in. Is it worth it? Do you know what, probably not. The views were outstanding obviously, but I'd probably maybe give that grass path route a bit of a go on the way back, you know. Sticking to the left of the gorge on the descent. Probably give that a go, to be honest. I think that might be quicker in the grand scheme of things. So I'm going to wrap things up here. It's a long one today. A very long one. That's me walked 17 kilometres, and if you add on the 12k for the bikes, or the biking, that's a decent biking hike, that one, definitely. Long day. So I'm going to get cracking back to the car. Sorry, there's bugs in my eye and everything here. Get cracking back to the car and go home and get a shower. I'm desperate for one now. Before I go, I want to give a wee shout out to Dave and Yolanda. They've been viewing my, watching my videos quite regularly, so it was really nice to hear that. And I hope you enjoy this one too. Listen, don't forget folks to like and subscribe, hit the little alert button so you get a wee alert when a new video is posted. And yeah, look out for the next video. Here we go, back to it. Wow, solo hiking, can't beat it. Really enjoy the solo hiking. Anyway, I'm going to let you go just now. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos. And hopefully the next one's a little bit shorter. Take care for now.